if you spend enough time with me, and it usually won't take that much time, I will eventually ask you a question, and pretty much I'm kind of a one-trick pony. I'll ask you a question, and I will say, what do you want? And I will ask, what do you want, sometimes with an immense amount of curiosity, like I really want to know. And the truth is, I really don't care what you want. And if I ask you who does care what you want, eventually you'll start to see that there's pretty much one person who cares what you want. I don't ask you, what do you want, so that you can get what you want. There's a whole other intention to the question. And I tell people the truth that what do you want is, I consider it a koan, a K-O-A-N. A koan, the definition of a koan, is a paradoxical anecdote or riddle used in Zen Buddhism to demonstrate the inadequacy of logical reasoning and to provoke enlightenment. Now, while that might be a little far-fetched for what I do, it is a koan. It is an unanswerable question. The purpose of the question is not to watch whether you can answer it or not. The question is to watch whether you're congruent when you're answering the question or not, or if you're congruent in anything that you're talking about. And I can ask the question, and I do, believe me, in a weekend, I'll ask it 20, 30 times of every given participant. You put together 12 participants, that's, 250 times, and I ask the same stupid question, and I am completely entertained when people attempt to answer the question. And I'll tell them, there's no answer, it doesn't matter, and I'm asking as if they're a 3-year-old. If I say to a 3-year-old, what do you want? They are completely congruent in their system. They look at me and go, I want an ice cream. And they mean it all the way through. And if I have availability, I get them an ice cream. So in my seminars, what I'm looking for is a congruency in your system, to see when your system is congruent with your own happiness. And when that happens, if you can notice that, it sets up an alternative resonant frequency in your body, which is much more attractive to a more fun and happier life. I know that sounds really out there, but it's not. If you can just notice, again, my book, Noticing Fixes More Than Fixing, if you can just notice when you're congruent. I had a gal do a class with me a couple of weeks ago, and the only time she really exuded vitality and happiness in her system was when she was talking about performing music. And I pointed this out to her, and after she said, you think I should be a musician. You say that I should be a musician. And I look back and I ask everybody in the room, because my memory is kind of like the rest of me, it's a little bit short sometimes. I said, did I ever suggest or say that she should be a musician? Everybody said no, and I said, I don't care what you do. What I'm saying is, you're more vital. There's more vitality, more happiness in your system when you're talking about doing music. If I were your coach, I would suggest that you do more of it, but I truly don't care what you do.